Ray and I have handled personal injury cases in the Roanoke area for almost 30 years, and we've found several ways to structure your automobile insurance so you have better coverages without necessarily spending any more on premiums. And your insurance agent's not going to recommend these techniques, but we're going to tell you a little bit about them.
Lenden, yesterday my daughter came up to me and said that she was tired of driving the 15-year-old car that I paid for, and that she wanted to buy another car and was wondering what she needed to do about insurance. And I remembered that we had talked about insuring automobiles and multiple cars in the family, especially when more than one person owned the various automobiles. And I thought maybe this might be a good opportunity for you to tell the folks what that means and what they should be doing.
Well, they need the car on a different policy. And the reason for that is that the coverages stack, and stack means that they add together. So you multiply your coverages by the number of cars you have if they're on different policy, which gives you a great many more dollars in insurance coverage than if you have them all on one policy. You qualify for a multi-car discount if they're all on one policy, but the value of that extra coverage far exceeds the discount. And you can manipulate your deductibles so you really don't have to pay anything more.
Now, we see a lot of advertisements on TV about insurance and, go to this company or go to that company. Usually, however, we're talking about a minimum amount of insurance that these folks are selling in order to get competitive in the marketplace. What kind of coverage should people be looking for?
They should buy all the coverage their insurance company will sell them for liability. Liability is what covers you if you hurt someone else in an accident, but it's also what covers the people in your car under what's called uninsured motorist or underinsured motorist coverage. And that's very important in case the person running around with minimum limits and assigned risk policy runs into you and hurts you or your family, because then you have maximum coverage. And that's usually at least $300,000 per car, maybe as much as $500,000 depending on the insurance company. And again, separate policies.
Now, the minimum in Virginia is only $25,000. Why isn't that enough?
Well, $25,000 will barely get you through the emergency room in one visit. I mean, if you get hurt badly in a vehicle, you're looking at hundreds of thousands or even over $1 million in damages very quickly.
So what happens when somebody hits you who's only got $25,000 in coverage? What happens then?
Well, first their $25,000 might pay, and then your uninsured motorist coverage comes next and will pay for what they don't have up to those limits. If that's not enough, then you have to go against the person who hit you for their personal assets. And normally somebody with $25,000 in coverage will not have much in the way of personal assets, so you're out of luck if you don't have enough coverage.
I had a law school professor that said, what if you get hit by a turnip? What does that mean?
That means you can't get blood out of a turnip. So if you don't have your own coverages, you're really risking damage with no recourse.
Lenden, my daughters and I thank you for that great advice. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. And if you take that advice and increase your coverages, then if someone in your family or you are injured in an automobile accident, you'll have more resources for your recovery. And if we can help you, please let us know.